Hello, everyone. Today, we will be starting the lecture with the topic Components and Instance for Efficient Figma Work. In this session, we will focus on understanding components. Components are a fundamental part of UI design used to define and standardize UI elements that are utilized repeatedly. In UI design, it's common to use the same elements multiple times. However, recreating these elements every time is time-consuming, makes maintaining consistency difficult, and can lead to inefficient work. Especially in UI design, elements are often not finalized in one go, but undergo continuous modifications. You can imagine how cumbersome and time-consuming it would be to manually update each similar or identical element every time a change occurs. To streamline this process, frequently used small elements are registered as components. These components can then be used across various places in the design. When a modification is needed, you simply go to the original components page, edit it, and all instances of that component across your design will be updated automatically. In Figma, a component is a small design element registered as a main component. This component can be copied and used in various places, with these copies being referred to as instances. Instances are linked to the main component, meaning that any modification to the main component will also update all its instances. For example, a UI designer might create a button as a component because it's frequently used throughout the design. They would register it as a component and then use instances of it in multiple frames. Later, if the color or style of the button needs to be changed, the designer can update all instances by modifying just the main component, even if it's used in more than 20 frames. Similarly, consider a marketer who uses a template for marketing report presentations. If its template is registered as a component, any future changes to color or style can be made to the main component and updating all instances at once. This makes it convenient to present consistent and easily updatable data. You can find registered components and instance in the Asset tab on the left panel of Figma. Even if you drag them into a frame and later delete them from the screen, they will still remain accessible in the Assets tab, ready to be used again. Using components in Figma can make our work easier, both as individual designers and as a team. Let's dive into why they are so powerful. So first off, let's talk about individual work. Imagine you are designing a bunch of buttons. Normally, you'd have to redo each one, right? But in Figma components, you design that button once, turn it into a component, and then just drop it in wherever you need it. It's like copy paste in steroids, saving you tons of time. And the best part's consistency. Whether you are making a button or a header, every instance looks the same. This keeps your design looking sharp and professional. Now, if you need to change something, maybe the button color, you just update the component and boom, it changes everywhere. Super efficient, right? This way, you spend less time on repetitive stuff and more time on the creative aspects. Now, let's look at teamwork. When you have multiple designers working together, things can get messy fast. But with components, everyone uses the same design elements. It's like we are all playing with the same Lego pieces, ensuring that our design looks cohesive and well put together. Components also make collaboration smooth. We can all see changes in real time thanks to Figma's collaborative features. So, if someone updates a component, everyone sees it instantly, no more. Oh, I didn't know we changed that moments. When it comes time to hand off designers to the developers, components are a lifesaver. They make it crystal clear what everything should look like and how it should behave, which cuts down on misunderstandings and bugs. And for those working across multiple projects, components are gold. You can reuse them across different projects, making it super easy to scale and keep things consistent. Lastly, even though we have these standardized components, there's room for customization. You can tweak instances for specific needs without mess up the overall design language. It's like having a flexible but consistent toolkit. So, whether you are flying solo or working with a big team, components in Figma are key to keeping your design work efficient, consistent, and easy to manage. They free you up to focus on the bigger picture and make collaboration a breeze. Now, how to create a component in Figma. It's super easy and saves you tons of time. First, let's practice registering the card design on the frame as a component. To do this, select the designed card first, and then right-click on it. A menu will appear and select the option called Create Component here. Okay, then you can find your the component is in Asset tab here. Alternatively, you can use the Create Component tool icon located in the middle of your top part. And see, just click here and create component here. Okay. And also you can see directly from your asset tab. And this one also, I will create as a component. Yes. And also we can directly see how they come inside this asset tab. Once you register the component, you will notice that it appears in the Asset tab on the left panel. And for those who prefer shortcut keys, you can use Ctrl-Alt-K on PC or Command-Option-K on Mac. Now, let's practice retrieving this component. Find the components we just registered in the Asset tab and drag them onto the screen as the instance. So this is the component, and this is an instance. Okay, and also, yeah, if you delete this one, you can bring this instance again from the Asset tab, like this. All right. Now, yes. On the left side, we have the main component that we've registered. I already registered here like this. And on the right side, there are instances either called from the asset window or copied from the main component. When we modify the main component, you will notice that the instance updates accordingly. For example, if you shorten the picture, just delete, all deleted. Or if you change the words from here, you can see the all instances are changed as a component. And also, if you want to change this color, the frame color, you can change from here, and it applies to all instances samely. But when you modify background or color of an instance here, Let's see. And also edit the text. Modifying an instance allows for customization at the instance level without altering the master component, main component. So, and however, there are some limitations when editing an instance. You cannot add elements that aren't in the original component, nor can you delete the elements from the original. For example, if you try to add the same picture inside here, you cannot put inside here. It doesn't go inside this frame like this. It's not working. Yes, and similarly, if you delete the picture from here, see? It might seem like it's gone, but in reality, it's just hidden. When you see this one here, the eye icon is toggled off. Just, yeah. So you can open or just close your eye like this. And so important for another important point is that if you make modifications to an instance, such as changing the font or background color, these changes will not be overridden by changes made to the main component. Let's see. For example, if you change the background color from here, the instance that you had its color manually changed will not inherit this new color, right? But the original instance that has no any changes inside here, it is influenced by the change of this main component. If you want to revert an instance back to its original state, simply right-click on the instance and select Reset All Changes. Reset all changes here. Then this will restore it to match the main component exactly. In practice, we typically gather all main components in one location and work on them there. When placing elements on the actual screen or page, we use instances of these components. This setup makes it easier to modify the main component later on. And just put outside this one. Oh, let's change this text color to black. Okay. After working with an instance for some time, it can be challenging to find the main component, especially in complex projects. In such cases, right-click on the instance and select Go to Main Component. This will quickly take you to the main component even if its location far away in another frame. And also, sometimes you might accidentally delete the main component. Don't panic. Simply right-click on any instance and select Restore Main Component. Here, Restore Main Component from the menu. This action will restore the main component. So now, let's find out how to detach something made of components or something connected to an instance. In Figma, there is no built-in way to detach a main component. To do this, you need to use a plugin. So this is main component, so select this main component first, and then move to the plugin here, and please find the detached components. Then, this action separates, disconnect the component and return it to a regular frame state. So you can see that the difference between the frame and the components, the icon has changed. For detaching an instance, select the instance first and right-click and choose Detach Instance. Detach instance here, and or alternatively, you can select Detach Instance from the right panel here. Then, this action separates the instance from its main component and making it independent. Another useful feature in Figma is swap instances. This allows you to replace one instance element with another registered component. For example, if you select the round image in an instance here, an instance icon will appear on the right panel here. For there, you can choose a different element from the registered instances menu. And let's replace the current image with a character image You will see that the image in the instance changes immediately to the new one. This feature is especially handy for quickly swapping out different design elements without having to manually recreate or adjust each instance. It's a powerful tool for maintaining consistency while also allowing for flexibility in our designs. In summary, for consistency, and efficient design work, whether you are working individually or as part of a team. It's crucial to understand and effectively use the concepts of components and instances. By leveraging these features, you can streamline repetitive tasks, maintain consistency across your designs, and make updates more efficiently. Mastering these tools not only saves time, but also enhances the quality and cohesiveness of your project. Thank you.